and the first company is Black Series Edition LLC with gunmetal crystal edge technology screens. I want to mention the other company, but I'm not going to be showing it off yet until we get some things locked in first. We have a company coming up for 2024. This is going to be for our new wallpaper projection screens at TV Light Technology. Also, too, we're going to be working on some outdoor technology too. Also, um, so we're going to be seeing some demonstrations in park areas and stuff like that. Probably not now because summer's about over, but next year, yeah, you'll be seeing some pretty cool stuff. So, also found some pretty amazing places to do some demonstrations on our products on a whole another level, because I'm always looking to do something differently on another level. Now, I have come down to some final decisions. As we grow closer to 2024, there are some things I do want to do and things I do not want to do. Having a big company, having my company attached to a big company and working on a big company level, no, I don't want it. It's like when I first started off, it's something that I wanted. And now gradually, as more and more I start to think about it, it's like I'm pushing away from it. And the reason why is I want a simple life. I've said that many times before. I love the life I have. I love it. And you know why? Because I only have to do a couple orders and I'm done for the day. That's it. I got the whole day to sit around and do nothing. And I love that part about my life. I don't want to be stuck in business meetings and I don't want to be stuck in boardrooms. I don't want to be on call 24/7 because I'm the only person who develops this technology. Keep in mind, I'm the only person who develops it. So that means every decision, everything, I'm going to be on call for it. It's going to feel like I'm a doctor. Nothing against doctors, but that's really what I'm going to feel like. And the more and more I started thinking about this whole partnership, the more and more I started dreading it. And I started backing up like, I don't think I'm ready for this. I don't think I even want this. People have to understand, when at one point, I was dealing with 80 orders a day. You can go and look at my account. You can see all the stacks and stacks of containers all over the table. That was not fun. That was pretty much crazy town all day, every day. That's what it was. You notice that I'm doing less and less videos because, again, we proved everything. That's the reason why we have so many videos, because we had to literally back everything up. So that's why there's so many videos. But at one point, I had to start thinking when I get up in the morning, you really don't have to do videos anymore if you don't want to, because you have enough information on just about everything that you've done. Like, I guess the trolls try to start something by saying my paint is brown. You know how dumb that is at the end of the day? You know how many people have this technology at the end of the day? How many demonstrations we have done? How many black versus black demonstrations? It's insane. So one of the customers who saw whatever they were doing came into our website and looked through our videos and came back and made an order because we've done all these tests. For anybody who wants to sit there and badmouth my company, I have tested back everything up. Something that no one else has. I've done the research. I looked at Goose Screen and Mighty Bright and all these different companies that make gray screen paint or whatever screen paint products they make. There are no tests. I have gone through, find out how many people make black screen paints. There isn't any. We're the only ones who have a tested product. No one else has it. So I have done over and beyond what my technology is designed to do and what anybody else has done, and I guess in the time given that they've had their products. And with that being said, we don't need to make videos that much anymore because, again, our products are all tested. I have more outside demonstrations than any other product. Name one company has as many outdoor demonstrations of different levels and calibers and screens like we do. Nobody does. Like this video right here. It's the only one of its kind. It's a 180-inch black screen. If you look it up, we're the only one who has it. A 1,000 lumen projector at 13 feet back on a Sony VPL CS4. We're the only ones who have that. Sony VPL FA30, 31, 36, we have that. Christie projectors, we have those. We have just about everything. And on top of that, we've done testing on tons of projectors. So usually when I get a customer who says I have an older model or I had this particular model, that particular model, we've had them already. And the older ones with that. If we can get the older ones to run, we can get anything to run. But anyway, so no, I don't want to do tons of orders. I don't. I like the fact that when I get done, I'm done. I can go out to the park, I can go hang out with friends, I can go to a game, I can go to nice restaurant, and I don't need to make millions of dollars in order. I'm going to donate. I'm still going to donate money to help people out. That's definitely going to happen. But I don't need millions of dollars to drive fancy cars and big houses. I don't need all that. My life is going to be simple. 7 acres, nice little house I'm going to custom build myself because I do have some skills in carpentry and all that other good stuff. And I have a few friends that are going to come out and help me with this project. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I don't know how this is going to affect for the partners. I don't know how it's going to affect them. Honestly, to tell you the truth, in the day, I'm really not thinking about that. I'm thinking about my happiness and what I want out of the end of the day. I'm doing these wallpaper screens. I'm picking up a P2, by the way. I'm buying one. I'm going to buy a P2. And I'm going to show you how advanced this technology looks, even on our own products. We do a couple of demonstrations on our new P2. But with this new TV technology we got coming out, I had customers already waiting for this. This is $17 a pop per screen at 100 inches. And consider the fact that it can knock out any $3,000 to $5,000 certified screen. They react just like TVs. So yeah, it's a screen that basically, if an ultra short throw projector, this thing is going to be freaking crazy amazing. Doesn't make a difference what projector you have, but for the ultra short throw projector who wants that kind of TV-like experience, they're going to be able to have that. Look at the technology we have in ambient light projection. Only black screens can pull up like that outside at 150 inches. Anyway, and then on those of you who have 720p older projectors, you're still going to get an amazing screen. So that's why we've got people already lined up for this technology. Keep in mind, yes, it is going to be a limited edition model. We're only going to make 20 of these per month. That's it. So in a way, it kind of works out better for me. 20 per month, which means the screen will constantly be in demand. No one's going to cancel an order. If you cancel the order, someone else will take it. It'll be even harder for you to get the order again. So whoever gets them, they're going to make sure they get them. Shipping the screen, not a problem. We could do that for free because, again, I told you I'm investing into these customized tube containers. We're going with wallpaper because, again, no assembly. The customer can do it themselves. It's very easy and, like I said, easy to do. It's easy to make cheesy. I'm not painting the screen, so you know that. I'm not doing it. I'm actually bringing in a professional certified sprayer. He's going to be using a professional machine. He's going to be doing the work. He's going to be doing all the screens. What else from there? 120 inches, we have to look into that. We don't know about that yet. But we do know the 100 inches are yes, but the 120 inches, we don't know yet. I would like 120 inch because I'm on P2. I want to get a 120 inch screen display. I am going to be renting a showroom too. I will be purchasing, I'm purchasing, but I'll be renting a showroom and I'm going to purchase a small factory unit for my sprayer to come in and get what he has to get done because I have to make an area for him to work at also. So it's a business where we can keep things on a very easy level to operate. I don't have to have a corporate license and all this other crazy stuff. I can still get the benefit of shipping because I do have a legitimate business, but it keeps things on a comfortable level. So if I'm doing 20 screens or even 30 screens a month, I'm done. I'm done. That's around $34,000 a month. At the end of the year, that's $408,000. So as long as I pay my bills to Uncle Sam and take care of everybody else, yeah, I come up with a nice piece of change. Mind you, I'm going to be on a 7-acre farm. I own my property. I'm owning the house. That's on it. It's a small little house, nice little house. What else am I going to do with the rest of the money? I'm going to donate some of it, and I'm going to go out and enjoy my life. That's what I'm going to do. The problem I had, I'm looking at this house, the houses I've had down through time. You have to understand how much money you probably do. You probably guys are homeowners in the day, but for even renting, how much money it takes and a house will consume it is a lot. It's my bills here at this place, easy $6,000 a month, easy. So yeah, the way I've been working and studying things on hydroelectric energy, water filtration systems, stuff like that, on how to use like natural resources, how to run places completely free. One of the places I'm working at, I actually installed an ecosystem in there with the solar panels. All my power now is free. I'm not paying a dime for power. So, being able to do that Just because you have the money, you can spend it. And sometimes that's not the way to go. Sometimes it's just being able to do things on a different level. That's the way my mind functions. So my overhead is going to be next to nothing. My capital is going to be at a very nice level where it needs to be at. And I won't have the headache and frustration of dealing with who's going to stab me in the back, who's going to do the right thing, and if I got to deal with this headache or that headache. I've explained every single thing. Do you have any idea how much knowledge I have sitting in the back of my head on projectors alone? And I'm literally going to have to train people in this information. Yeah. No, I don't want to do this. Not on that level, I just don't. I'm still going to do it, but I don't want to do it on that level. I don't. Now, for them, the haters out there are going to say, oh, he probably didn't get the contract. Dude, I was just in there a couple of days. Actually, I was in there, was it yesterday? I was in there yesterday. No, day before yesterday. I was in there day before yesterday. So I was in there yesterday. Everything's Gucci over there. It's Gucci. It's 100% Gucci. These are my decisions I make at the end of the day. And what I pray on and what I ask the Lord on the direction to go. You've never sold in that volume. You never had contracts before. You never had been dealt in that side of the fence. I have. I've been on that side of the fence many times. And I know what comes with it. I know the responsibility comes with it. And all that fake nonsense you guys do in YouTube videos, guess what? It doesn't fly out there at all, period. It doesn't fly at all. You have to back up every single thing you say, which I don't have a problem doing. I can paint that screen anywhere I want and it'll pop up. But all that nonsense you guys do, it may work on YouTube, it doesn't work out there. When you're face to face with somebody, it doesn't. So again, you don't know the complications. You never had anybody fly you out. I've got YouTube videos I can show you where I've documented companies fly me out to their establishment to paint in their screens. I've been there and done it. And I've seen the stuff that comes with it. I want 100% control of my company. I've always had 100% control of my company from day one. Relinquishing a partnership scares the living daylights out of me. It does. Because someone has a part of my business that took me years to build. So this is why these decisions just started popping up. Yeah. Simple and plain, that's where I'm going. That's the direction I'm going. And then, when I reach my time, I'm going to retire on my farm with my nice little house, and that's it. I'm done. But until then, that's the decision I'm going with. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video with this is my 180-inch screen that's outside watching Star Wars. This is a fun demonstration to do. I gotta get this game again. They took it off the freaking PS4 store. I'm just gonna buy the disc. I love this game so much. $300 projector. That's it. I had 2 cell phones there. I got 2 cell phones now. I want to get this cell phone. Alright, so I got some stuff I got to do before 2024 hits. I got to pay for a patent. I got to pay for new copyrights for the company, trademarks. I got to literally pay for that. Those legal ones going to make some good money off of me. Got to get all that done, get that paid for. Copyrights, all that stuff has to be done. I lock this thing in. So it's good to go. Look at that. On site. Can operate that technology anywhere. I was able to walk through that entire building with that $60 projector and produce an image anywhere in that environment without adjusting the lights, without changing the environment, none of that. Glass technology. that was documented. Each time of the day was documented, so we know exactly when it reacted. Worked all the way around. Another site setting set up right there. Now, like I said, you're gonna have people saying, "Oh, he's losing to people." I've been in business for 12 years. I've been able to buy multiple different versions of larger houses and all that other good stuff. Went to Disney World. Now, at the end of the day, it's just me and the cat. So, when I was in a relationship, it cost me a lot of money. You have no idea. Well, we all know your relationship. You know how much money a relationship costs, thousands of dollars. But anyway, I'm living the simple life, man. That's what I'm about to get. I don't know about the hunting part. I don't know if I'm gonna be going back to hunting. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think they kind of died out already. But anyway, I'm gonna get myself a shooting range. I'm definitely getting that because I do have quite a bit of toys. So I'm definitely gonna be getting myself a nice shooting range. Yeah, it's a lot of work. But the beautiful thing about it is one of the places that I'm actually going to be purchasing and buying this place for doing demonstrations has a huge, massive park attached to it. I'm not going to tell you what's in the park. We'll leave that later on. It's going to be a surprise for next year. We're going to be doing a lot of outdoor screens and different events so people can come down and see the technology. I don't know how we're going to do the paints. I know the screens are limited editions. I don't know about the paints yet. I don't know what we're going to do with this yet. We're going to sell the. Nothing's going to happen. We're going to keep the black dedicated Cinemax. That stuff is freaking insane, and we love that stuff. I love it, but I do not want to do that many orders. Honestly, I really don't. We're not going to do something like a minimum of this and that because that'd be crazy because it's screen paint. But I'm not doing any company contracts. I'm not interested. I just don't want it. If I was in my 20s, maybe, yeah. But now you get older, things start to change for you. It's not health-wise. I'm good shape, but it's just that the way you view life changes by a lot. You just want things to be just simple life. You don't want the hustle and bustle and all that. Yeah, no. That's why I envy people who have those lives that homestead lives. Man, they have beautiful lives. Live out there in the middle of nowhere, simple, just simple life. For every time they do business with a company, I literally have to be there because I'm the creator. I have to be there to explain to them and tell them what this technology is about every single time. I don't want that. I want to be free. So if you understand that, I want to be free. I want to be able to go where I want, do what I want, and I don't want to have to be tied up in suits. And I have to wear suits literally because I can't be walking in there with freaking boots on and some cargo pants with a t-shirt. No, I gotta wear suits. Because I have a reputation to uphold. I don't want that. That's the whole reason why I started my own business. So I don't have to deal with all that. I haven't worked a 9 to 5 in God knows how long. But I still have to work crazy hours because you work even more hours when you run a business. You work 10 times more hours. And you will work on your birthday and you will work when you're sick and you're the boss of the day. You can't duck the boss when you're the boss. Look at the difference between the grass now and the grass then. People ask me, like, what did you put in the grass? Nothing. Actually, it was feeding the birds for like 1 year. They did it. They defecated and did what they had to do in the grass, and boom, it took off. So if you want to grow grass, just put a bird feeder out there, and he'll do the work for you. Now, out where I'm at, when I'm working over there, they have massive backyards out there. Beautiful, gorgeous backyards. That technology, we've got an outdoor technology coming out for next year. It's going to be insane. And I told you, I can't tell you what is. I know the naysayers are in my channel, biting their bottom lips. They're always in my channel, always trying to figure out what's he up to, what's he doing. Nah, it ain't gonna be like that anymore. I'm not gonna tell you too much, but we'll show you. But like I said, when you see it, where we're gonna be set up at, you're gonna be like, wow.
All from independent sellers. Etsy has it.
I do gotta pick up.
For all budgets, for any occasion.
I do gotta pick up a battery station unit because we are gonna need that. Definitely gonna need that. This is the dream, people. That's the dream right there. All right, what time we got? We got 8:07. And of course, before I make any decisions, I ask the Lord first what direction I need to go. If it's the right direction for me. Let's go over to, let me see. That's another reason why at the end of the year, I didn't buy any furniture for this place. I'm gonna be leaving pretty soon. Yep, go good, leave. It's time to go. Am I gonna be showing the inside? No, I'm not showing any of that. I'm not. I got weird people on my channel. They do weird things. As a matter of fact, I had to file charges against one of them. So they do weird stuff. So no, I'm gonna be keeping my business and my personal life private. I'm not gonna be showing the people inside of my property, none of that anymore, because again, well, it's the internet, you know, people are going to do dumb stuff, you know, it comes with it, but you would think that some people would have a little bit more respect, but they just don't. And this is why one of them, the individual, is going to be going to court pretty soon, and he's going to face some criminal charges for doing something he shouldn't have did. Oh, this is the on-site. I told you I did this on-site, the gray versus white. Because guess what came up in the conversation? It was like, hey, wait a minute. If you get the screen right here, I got a white screen at home. What's the benefit of this over white screen? And then some people had a gray screen, so a gray tone. Elite screens had a little gray to it. Cinema grays they had over there. And he said, what's the difference? And that's what it's a demonstration for. Now, next year, I had to get some licensing for something I need to do. I had to go apply for a license. But I've been showing off a lot of that projector mapping application on picture frames. I have something I'm going to be working with the art museum on installing a virtual picture frame screen, which you're interested in seeing. Because again, they have all white screens in there, literally all white screens in there. But again, like I said, that's usually the normal. People have a white screen in there. That's my whole opinion on white screens. Yeah. And that's what they're used to. They've never heard of black technology. This is where we can go out there and go, yeah, we got this black technology to produce. And man, the curiosity sparks off. I know what the curiosity is like, because again, I had the same curiosity when the first time I saw diamond technology. I was like, I thought it was black, but it's insane dark gunmetal. It really is. It's really good. But I'm thinking it's black, and it just kept me in freaking in a fog. Like, how the freak did he do this? How do you get a screen that's black to produce an image in color? How's it producing white levels? How is that possible? And it just kept my head spinning. So understand that concept, that when we tell people about black technology, what goes through their head, because I went through it myself. But I also saw, like I said, even though Black Diamond's technology is not physically black, it is one of the most insane gunmetals I've ever seen. And like I said, not a big fan of the company. I would never do business with them in a million years, but you gotta give credit where credit is due. And that would be one of the best gunmetals I've ever seen. And if you've seen the sample demonstrations I've done on screens, I've tested a lot of gunmetal. That would be one of the best ones I've ever seen. Now, honestly, to say, would it be to take out our? No, because we have a black technology. Diamond really needs to get a black screen. They really do. This would be good. This would certified screens come up with black technology would be good. And the reason why, because it builds our. I'm not trying to build capital yet. I'm not really. I'm trying to be comfortable. It basically puts our screen on a higher map. The reason why it puts our screen on a higher map, because the price they're going to charge for a black screen. You consider the fact that a gunmetal technology is around $3,000 to $5,000 for a 120-inch screen. What do you think a black screen will cost you from a certified? How much money do you think you'll have to pay out? It's going to be way more than 3 to 5. Sounds like a prison term. It's going to be way more than that. You're going to pay a lot of money. A lot of money. Is this going to bother their capital? No. They got the clientele to pay for it. Not a problem at all. So it's not going to bother them at all. But also, too, it's going to push some of their business my way, because people are going to do the research and find out that we've had black technology for years, and they're going to go in and check out our company. Besides, I would love to do a side-by-side. I mean, even though the technology we have in 2024 can easily match TV, I still would love to see what that technology next to a certified black screen would do. Oh man, I would love to see that. As a matter of fact, I would put it against we have the dedicated black Cinemax that's getting an upgrade with Element 77. So I'm really interested in what the older version and the newer version against a diamond. We already know a gunmetal diamond is not going to work because it's a gunmetal screen. But a black one, that would be amazing. I'm just curious to know. Oh, yeah, see, window demonstration. Sorry about that. Stand. Window demonstration, all that good stuff. These are the kind of demonstrations. If you're buying screen paint, this is what you should be seeing on YouTube. 2 screens fired up, one sitting in the window, one sitting next to a door. See that light sitting right over top of my screen right there? This is what you should be seeing. This is how your screen is supposed to react. And as I showed you, it doesn't make a difference if you have ultra short throw, if you have long throw. I took a 4,000 lumen projector, stuck it against the screen. They can't read it. They literally just can't read the screens. Gray and whites can't read screens. Now, someone was asking me a couple of days ago about motorized projection screens. You know, motorized projection screen coated with our technology is black. You know, you can expand your screen size. When you have a motorized projection screen with a border, you automatically lose 6 inches from your screen. Well, actually, technically, it would be around 8 inches altogether if you measured 2 inches from the top. So you got 2 inches for the bottom, 2 inches for each side. That's 6. That's your border. And then for the top, of course, it's way bigger than that. But if you were to take 2 inches off of that, that would be 8. With a black screen, they don't require borders. So you can actually paint over the border and expand your projection screen to around at 198, it'd be extra 100 inches. From a 98-inch screen, that would cost you around $68 or $70 from eBay. And now you have a borderless screen. If you want to add a little border to it, all you have to do is just shrink your picture image by 1 inch, and there you got a border on your screen, or just make it completely borderless. If you're doing 235.1, you can't. 235.1 on a gray screen is a headache, and I'll tell you why. Because if you have, well, if you're doing 235.1, if you're doing 16:9 with a 235.1 on a 16:9 screen, this can be done easily. But the problem that you're going to have is you're going to get the bars. You'll get the gray bars from the top and the bottom, including the trim around your screen. I call it a zebra effect because that's what it looks like. You know, you got the gray or white in between, and then you got the black, and then you got your image going across. Where if you have a black screen, you don't worry about that because a black screen is the entire border. It literally, you can go hit a huge wall and do a 235.1 and you won't skip a beat. Now, you know how they fix that problem? Silver Ticket makes a curtain. They make a curtain that you can slide across the top and the bottom of your screen to give you that black bar effect. That's, I mean, it's a cool idea, don't get me wrong. It is a cool idea, but yeah. I hate to say it, but it's tacky. So that's why you have to understand the whole keeping it simple. Yesterday, when I was designing this, well, not yesterday, I forgot what day it was. I think it was a Wednesday. Wednesday, when I was over there doing the screen, cutting the wood, getting everything ready, coating it. There were workers all through the entire place, installing in fireplaces and wood fixtures and the humidors and all that stuff. You know, doing all this work. And these guys were going to be there for quite some time. So in my time, for me, all I had to do was just spray the screen, be done, and just hang it up. That's all I had to do. As I'm walking out the door, I'm done. I'm going home. And the first thing the guy said, "You're done already?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm done already. I'm finished. I'm leaving. I'm going home." That's what I want. I don't want to basically, like I said, if I've got a massive company behind me, I'm going to be working those 9 to 5s. I don't want that. Knock out 20 screens. Imagine all you have to do is just 20 screens and you're done for the day. Right here, I only do like four or five orders a day, and it's done for the whole day. Guess where I go? I go to the park, just watch the birds. That's what I do, or do a little shopping, or just go to a movie, or that's it, and done for the day. That's it. Got free time. One thing you have to understand, people, in life, is something called make more, work less, which means, you know, you make enough, but you don't have to basically spend most of your life working. And that's where I don't want to be at. I don't want to spend most of my life working. I want to work less and make more. I want to make a lot, but I want to make some, but enough where basically a job does not become my master. Now, trolls, you can take this any way you want. I don't care how you twist it around, because you always twist everything I say around anyway. But my brother was a Wall Street boy. He made serious money. I mean, serious bull-coup cash, right? This is when... Let me get this down for a bit. He was working when Apple was out. So that tells you the kind of money he was making. You know, for Wall Street had all the computers and everything and all that stuff. There's a bunch of people on the floor screaming at each other. He had a couple of heart attacks and he went through some stuff, but he loved his job. He loved the work. He loved the grind. He loved the grind. He loved the grind. Let it grind. Money, 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 money. Made a lot of it. But then he went on a trip with his wife, and I don't know who said what to him or what happened out there, but he came back. He wasn't the same person. He realized he was basically working. And at the end of the day, he just didn't take the time to smell the roses. He quit his job, got a nice little small business. That's the happiest I've ever seen him. We live in an interesting era. You have to think about it. People learned a lot in COVID. I mean, I understand COVID was really, really bad, and it was extremely bad. But people learned that they have abilities that they never thought they had. A lot of people were on YouTube, and a lot of people found that they had talents they didn't even know they had. Their simple recipes and things they shared online, because remember, everybody was online, so people were just sharing all kinds of information back and forth. But they didn't realize that very simple things that they did every day, they could turn them into businesses and make money out of them. A lot of people started a lot of e-commerce businesses too, on top of that. If you ain't happy with what you're doing, figure a way to change it. And that's the reason why I'm backing out of the contract. I'm not doing it. I can sit there in that little house right there and do 5 or 10 screens a day, or 20 screens a month, or even 2 orders a day. At the end of the day, as long as everything is taken care of, my bills are paid for, and I can sit out there in that field and look at all that beauty, I'm good. I don't need all that money. I'm happy. It comes down to happiness, people. It all comes down to happiness. The freedom to just be able to be happy and do what you want to do. You don't have to have fancy cars or big expensive houses and all that. You don't need all that. That's happiness right there. That's why I got it on I play this music when I come in. I stare at that every day when I get up in the morning. The Lord knows what I want. That's what I want. There's my happiness right there. That's why I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to be doing less time on social media, because right now I want to get to a point where I just don't depend on social media anymore. I want to get to a point where I can cut it off completely. I want to separate myself from it. Be like, you can't live without it. Yeah, I was born in 1968. We didn't even have one of our kids. So we had plenty of fun then. We don't need it now. I don't know. But like I said, at the end of the day, that's what I want. All right, people. Well, like I said, I know the internet trolls are pretty much say, oh, I don't care. Let me explain to you how far of the line I don't care. I don't care about what you think, what you say. Don't care at all, period. You can go in and try to slander my products. I'll just see you in court. That's all, because that's what I'm going to do. Just take you to court. That's pretty much what's going to happen, because I have to fight that part of it all, which I don't really bother with it, but I still have to go out and do it. Other than that, your opinions and all, don't care. I've done more testing. I think I've proved myself on so many levels, it's not even funny. So you buy, you don't, you don't. Either way, at the end of the day, God's always going to make sure my table always has food on it, that we always have a roof over top of it, and we're taken care of. That's another thing I had to understand. Feeding into the petty nonsense, that's another thing I really was upset with myself the most. Because when these jokers were coming or acting up and carrying on, why in the world am I freaking chasing these jokers at the end of the day and doing all this back and forth with them? I know my stuff is tested. I worked. And at the fact that no one basically wants to believe it, then don't buy it. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, I serve my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and he will always make sure that his Christians are taken care of. So even if the whole world denies me, I'm still going to be blessed. It doesn't make a difference at all, period. And I had to get to that point in my life to understand that. Why go back and forth and waste all this unnecessary energy with these guys at the end of the day that clearly don't want to do things correctly? What's the point of having an argument with them or having a discussion with them? It's like me physically getting into a fight with the wall over here. It's not going to change. It's still going to be a wall. Tomorrow morning it'll be a wall. The next day it'll be a wall. So what's the point of me getting up every morning and having an argument with the wall? And that's what it comes down to, most of it too. On top of that, I gotta stop feeding into that nonsense and just basically learn to just look at it. I get the hate mail and all that stuff and just move on, block it and move on. Now, if you guys want to get to a point where you want to put death threats and all that stuff in it, then I will pay the money to get an investigator to track your whereabouts, to figure out where you're at, to dig you up and drag you into court and prosecute you. That will happen. I'm not gonna let that slide for nobody. All right. Other than that, I got work to do. I got a lot of stuff I got to get ready for. And I got a ton of paperwork. I got to hire an attorney to do all the paperwork to protect the new technology that's coming out in 2024. And then we got a new website coming up, which is going to be pretty cool. And as I said before, I want to be able to control this company at the end of the day, because I want to be the ones to make the final decisions. Because I know greed's going to pop up. It's definitely going to pop up. We got to come up with, we got the new luxury screens coming out. We got to come up with an affordable screen. Only an affordable screen that a person can buy. Like a person on minimum wage. Well, minimum wage is different now. Minimum wage was different when I was coming up. Minimum wage was $4 an hour. That's what it was when I was coming up. That was minimum wage. You're lucky if you got 5. Nowadays, I think it's like, what, 13 or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I want something that everybody can afford. Good technology, everybody can afford. We'll get it all figured out. All right, people, gotta go. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. Be blessed. I gotta go.